Es muy sencillo, pero es un gran hombre. Yo les pido por favor que me ayuden a recibirlo como México, como solamente México sabe recibir en este escenario al señor Howard Martin de HeartMath Institute.
Uno, dos, tres, Yes, it feels so good. All of you. Well, gosh, thank you so much for that powerful, warm welcome. It felt so good to feel all of you that way, so thank you very much for that. Oh, thank you for loving me. I love all of you. We're going to expand upon that love during the next 2 hours. There were a couple of realizations that I had as a young man. The first realization was I came to see that life was about continuous growth, that everything was evolving, changing, growing, trying to improve, trying to leave something behind that was an improvement. And I believe that that's the purpose of life, is we're supposed to grow, supposed to change, supposed to adapt to new environments, new circumstances, and to be better and better people as we live our lives. The second realization was that I also believed, at least for me, that my life had to be about service to others. That whatever I gained in life that I felt was valuable had to be shared in some way, had to be given in some way. So what I'm here to do today is to do exactly that, to be in service to you and to share my heart with all of you in hopes that some things that I say will touch you in your heart, things that you'll remember, things that you can use in your life to make your life better. The same energetic momentum that's causing everything to speed up is also providing us with great opportunity. We can change, we can learn, we can grow more and faster than ever before. And what it finally comes down to is what choices we make moment to moment, day to day. We can either choose the chaos and the confusion and the stress, or we can choose to take a forward momentum, to see it as an opportunity to grow, to make the changes in ourselves that our hearts are prompting us to make. I truly believe that we all of us, every single one of us, lives in a vast field of energy called consciousness that is reflecting back to us, not just what we think in our minds, but most importantly and especially what we truly feel in our hearts. And we've been doing this now for 24 years, but what we found within ourselves a long time ago is we had this amazing intelligence. It was an intelligence that can and does lift us beyond our problems, even in the midst of chaos and confusion. It had been talked about for thousands and thousands of years as something important, something essential. And yet, for some reason in modern society, it had been looked at as maybe something sentimental or weak, or certainly it's good, but does it have a real purpose in modern society? So heart was sort of being regulated by an old association. But what we found was it was a dynamic intelligence, high-speed and intuitive, an intelligence central to everything that we are as human beings, and that when we accessed it, that's when life worked out really well for us. We needed to build a bridge between the philosophical heart and what people intuitively knew inside in day-to-day living. We chose science as that bridge. The reason we did is because science carries a lot of weight in modern society. When something is proven scientifically, it increases the power of belief. And so we wanted to understand this intelligence we had inside ourselves from a scientific perspective. so that we could share that science and increase everyone's belief. At the core of that research was a discovery that the heart was more than a blood pump at the physical level, that it was actually a very important and powerful information processing center in the body. Here's something most people don't know. The heart actually has a very complex nervous system. It's studied through a medical discipline called neurocardiology. This nervous system in our heart is the most complex part of our nervous system except for the brain itself. The nervous system communicates with the brain through a nerve pathway starting in our heart, travels up through the lower centers of the brain, goes through the mid-level brain where a lot of our emotional processing takes place, and then terminates all the way up in the higher perceptual centers of our brain. So you have information going back to the brain from the heart all the time, and this information is important. Brain function is critically dependent upon information it's receiving from the heart. The electrical energy produced by the heart is going to every single cell in our body, but here's where it gets fun. It actually creates an electromagnetic field that surrounds each and every one of us in 360 degrees. I reported on another clinic's findings, the Menninger Clinic, that said they had measured that field beyond the skin out into space 8 to 10 feet. Our scientists use a technology called magnetometers, and they will stand behind 3 to 4 feet. But regardless of the feet, we are producing an electromagnetic field that's radiating beyond our skin out into space. I'm not talking about an aura or about subtle energy. What I'm talking about is measurable electromagnetic energy produced by the heart. We want to know more at HeartMath. And to do that, we created a third organization called the Global Coherence Initiative. This is an energetic service working with the fields. Thank you very much for that. What we're doing with this project is bringing people together from around the world. There are tens of thousands of members now from over 100 countries. And they're using something we all have, which is the power and intelligence of their heart, to collectively put out a positive influence into the energetic field environment itself to help make these positive changes and to reduce human suffering, the human suffering that's so prevalent in our world today. And that's what we're doing. So it's a really cool project. I'm glad to be a part of it. The main thing that I like to do at the end of a presentation is to share what I'm feeling inside. At this point in time, me up here for the last 2 hours with all of you interfacing together through this time, what am I feeling right now that I can share with you? And let me share it this way. If someone were to ask me in the future if I had ever experienced a little bit of heaven, I could tell them I sure have. And I could tell them that because all I would have to do is remember what I'm feeling right now with all of you. Thank you so much and take care. Thank you. Thank you so much.